So no kick either. No, I got it. How about a little heel turn?
That video you're looking at was in 2013, the year after his planned heel turn. But why didn't it go through? Before I answer that question, let's talk about John Cena. Growing up as a young professional wrestling fan, I loved Cena. I was one of those kids who appreciated him in a sea of adults booing him, kind of like an Arsenal fan seeing Robert Van Persie.
You are a Judas! Judas! Judas!
He's the Hulk Hogan of that era, but without the rhythm and poetry.
Homeboy! Welcome to the hood, brother!
John Cena is WWE's last golden goose. A goose that they tried to replicate Roman Reigns, however, they failed miserably and decided to do the right thing by turning the guy heel in 2020. He's so good as a heel, he even gave us this classic line.
It's like missionary position every single night. Oh.
The thought of turning one of WWE's biggest babyfaces to the dark side is baffling, but it is something to explore as to why the thought came through their heads and whose idea it was. So, what happened to John Cena's planned heel turn? The year is 2012 and everybody thought things would turn into which explains why Zack Ryder's career tanked that year. Why? Well, he was involved in a storyline with Kane and John Cena where the Big Red Machine was trying to make WWE Superman.
You embrace the hate.
It was also around this time that WWE was penciling it down a potential heel turn after the conclusion of John Cena's feud with Kane. The plan was to initiate the turn at WrestleMania 28 during the rivalry of Cena versus The Rock, aka once in a lifetime, aka twice in a lifetime, aka thrice in a lifetime-ish. A former WWE writer mentioned how the heel turn was gonna pan out in an interview with Cheap Heat podcast a few years back.
Approached with the idea, he was like, and this is what's so great about John. He's like, all right, listen, you want to turn me heel? That's what the company, that's what Vince, that's what you guys want to do. I'll do it, but just know I will go full bore heel. There's going to be none of that like, oh, he's a fun heel, he's a cool heel, he's a winking at the audience heel. He is going to go full heel.
It's interesting to point out that the trademark Fear My Name was filed back in 2011. In an episode of Total Divas, Cena showed off a singlet with the words Fear My Name on it. It's hard to imagine a guy wearing a singlet considering his jean shorts / wristband combo is a signature look for the guy. But that was the whole point of his heel turn, right? How do I know this? Well, I'ma let you hear it from the bull's mouth.
And in 48 hours, I had a new track, a new studio mix theme song, final mix. I had 7 new singlets, low-cut singlets with boxing type robes. I already had the boots in storage, so I dusted them off. I was ready to go, and already thinking about what I could do with the story. Okay, what is heel? A heel is not just new gear. The objectivity or the message behind the singlet and the boxing robes and the boots is its exact opposite of what you saw with the street gear. The jean shorts, the t-shirt, the ball cap, the sneakers. No, go the opposite route. And now lean into the opposite of everything you stand for. So I would begin to not work as hard. I would show up less. I would be untrustworthy, unloyal. I would lack respect in what I did. All you have to do is turn that on its. I would give up a lot. All those things you can take and make interesting stories. And this is the stuff that's running through my head, not what moves can I do. It's like, how can I take the intellectual property that people are familiar with, twist it? So it's like, this guy's insane. It's everything I've come to love, and now I genuinely hate it.
Now the question is, why did the heel turn never happen? Well, it's a really simple answer. Money and reputation. Just to give you an idea how much the Doctor of Thugonomics made for Tyne Towers, ESPN reported back in 2010 that Cena has made the company $106 million. So the loss of that revenue, as well as the commitment towards the Make-A-Wish Foundation, would have been as risky as a Darby Allin stunt. 15 stars from the past eras of WWE turn heel, whether it's Hulk Hogan WCW, Bret Hart towards the New Generation era, Stone Cold Steve Austin towards the Attitude era. But they didn't do that with John Cena. This may sound crazy, but you know what? I'm glad he didn't turn heel. You see, what I learned from Cena's polarizing reactions is that despite the consistent boos he got, he still maintained who he is as a person, and instead of embracing the hate, he overcame it. He never gave up on who he is, and as I got older, I grew to appreciate that character just a little bit more. Is it nostalgia talking? Probably. But the very idea of having a man who's known not to give up, to just let that hate consume him and just give up, is a very interesting story to tell. But I guess we'll never know.